What's up, Mets fans? Welcome to a new episode of the Teens and Queens podcast. We got some pretty exciting news. The Mets acquired Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco from the Cleveland Indians. I'm gonna let these in a blockbuster deal. I'm gonna let these guys tell you the details about it.
We made this big blockbuster deal for superstar shortstop Francisco Lindor and veteran pitcher Carlos Carrasco. It was a pretty big deal. It was a pretty good haul. We gave up two young shortstops in Andres Jimenez and Ahmed Rosario, both formerly top prospects in the Mets organization in the past, and we also gave up our number 9 prospect in our system, Josh Wolf, and our number 10 prospect in our system, Isaiah Green, who we both drafted over the past few years. So that's the deal, and I think overall it works out for both sides pretty well. Indians are obviously trying to clear some cap space, trading Lindor and Carrasco by doing so. They're building for the future too, so they got two young infielders in Jimenez and Rosario. So I think that'll work out for them. And Isaiah Green and Josh Wolf. It's too early to tell how they're going to be in the future, but I think from what we've seen so far out of the previous professional careers, I think they'll be pretty good, and I think the trade will work out for both sides pretty well. So I'll hand this over to Mike to see what his thoughts are on this.
Yeah, so this came unexpected yesterday when we all got the tweet from Jeff Passan that the Mets were finalizing the deal for Francisco Lindor. We'd known that we were in on him with a team like the Blue Jays, but I really didn't expect us to go get him. I expected more maybe a George Springer or maybe even Trevor Bauer. But, this is the deal that Mets fans have been hoping for since Steve Cohen took over. We've been looking for that star, and Francisco Lindor is going to be that guy for us. He's electric. He's going to be great in a big market. He's been known as a great teammate, great player. I think he's going to bring a lot to this team with his leadership and with his bat and glove, obviously. He's won multiple Gold Gloves. He's been to multiple All-Star games. He's made it to the World Series before, so he's been on the biggest stage in baseball, and he knows how to get there. As for what we gave up, we did have to give up some pretty good players for him. Ahmed Rosario, who we've had for a while. He was our top prospect at one point. Sadly, he didn't end up panning out as we all had hoped when we called him up. We all expected him to be the shortstop of our generation, but it didn't end up working out. We wish him the best of luck. Andres Jimenez, who was called up this season, was also one of our top prospects for the past few years. Really showed great signs this year for someone that was expected to play a lot in the minors, which the minor league season obviously got canceled. But he came up, was able to make the opening day roster. Showed great defense and hit pretty well. So we'll miss him as well. As for the two prospects we gave up, they were pretty high draft picks for us, but we never know with prospects. But they could end up being good. They can end up being bust. But I wish Josh Wolf and Isaiah Green the best of luck. Hopefully, next week when we'll see a Francisco Lindor press conference. Another thing that I haven't even talked about yet is the fact that we got Carlos Carrasco in this deal, who is a bona fide 2-3 starter in a rotation that's consistently put up great numbers. Fits in this rotation perfectly until we have Jacob deGrom, Marcus Stroman, Carlos Carrasco, David Peterson right now. We still probably need one more starter until Noah Syndergaard comes back from Tommy John around June time, obviously. Carlos Carrasco, don't sleep on him. This guy's going to be a great starter in this Mets rotation, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him pitch for us as well as Francisco Lindor manning the shortstop position. So I really like this trade, and hopefully we can get an extension done with Francisco Lindor in spring training eventually. As for guys as George Springer and guys like that, I think it's a little less likely we get someone like him now, but it's still possible. And I think we still have a bunch of moves left in us, and we'll see what we do for the rest of the offseason. So yeah.
To what Mike was saying, obviously Francisco Lindor, superstar player. At least a top 15 player in the league. Like I said, best shortstop in baseball, superstar. Guy does everything right, on and off the field. Mr. Smile, best smile in baseball. Now got Nemo and Lindor with their smiles on the team. So, his accolades so far, Lindor, multiple Gold Gloves, multiple All-Star appearances. I'm pretty sure he won a Platinum Glove. The best award that you could get as a fielder, because Golden, the best fielder at his best fielder in baseball. So, I mean, it's exciting time to be Mets fans, guys. And like Mike was saying, I think guys like George Springer are less likely than they were before we acquire Lindor, obviously because of upcoming free agents like Conforto, Lindor, Syndergaard, Stroman. So hopefully we can get extensions done with those guys, hopefully soon. And I'll see if anybody else has.
Yeah, so I definitely think we got a great 2-in-1 package. I think obviously we should be focused on Lindor. He's obviously the main part of the trade, the centerpiece of everything going to the Mets. But as they were saying, Carlos Carrasco, he's a stud. He's proved to be a great starter every year since I believe like 2011. Every year he's been healthy. He's posted like a sub-4 ERA, which is all you can really ask of a pitcher. Like, we don't need him to be an ace. He can be a 2 or 3 in our rotation, and if he puts up those numbers, I'll be happy. And he has the capability of putting up a sub-3 ERA too. You never know, but you always know you're going to get a good season out of Carlos Carrasco, which I'm a big fan of, and I think people are overlooking Carlos Carrasco in this trade for Francisco Lindor. Obviously, Francisco Lindor is going to be great for us, hopefully, but yeah. So I think we did get 2 great pieces in this trade instead of 1, Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, to add on to that, I mean, we're getting a franchise player in Francisco Lindor. This guy's going to be, if we extend him, he's going to be the face of the franchise for maybe the next 10 years. Many argue that he's the best shortstop in baseball right now. You could argue he's definitely top 3. You can't argue. But I mean, just thinking of Francisco Lindor as a Met, who would have thought that this would have happened a year ago? Just to think that everything that's happened in the past year and now has all led to this, that one of the best players in baseball is now going to be repping the orange and blue. It's kind of crazy just to realize that, and really have to take some time to set in that he's going to be a Met. But I'm excited. We're all excited. And it's just going to be a fun time to be a Mets fan right now, because the future, we're going to be huge contenders, not only in the National League East, but in the whole entire Major League Base. So yeah, I'm excited to see what other pieces we had, but going into spring training right now, we're looking good.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree with that. I think going into the season, we got a great core. I think we have the pieces to compete, not only in the NL East, as Mike said, but in the whole MLB. You could argue we have a top 5 lineup, top 5 rotation, top 10 bullpen, all that stuff. So I think that's big that we have a great all-around team, and that's going to be important for our success that we will hopefully achieve in 2021 and future years. I believe that's all we have for today on the topic of the Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco trade. So as always, if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on your thoughts of this trade. Are you excited? Are you a little nervous on what we gave up? Let us know in the comments. We'll respond to everyone. And I think that's all we have for today. So I hope you guys have a great day, great week, and hopefully we'll have a great 2021 season. And let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets, baby.